Welcome back to Ainlight 44 Explained, where we talk about mythology, theology, history, and all different types of spiritual topics. If you find this video resonates with you, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share the video. Weed Explained. Ancient plant, modern debate. Long before dispensaries, political debates, and prohibition laws, cannabis was simply a plant growing wild across continents. Used, respected, and woven into human civilization, archaeological evidence shows that cannabis has been used for over 10,000 years. In ancient China, hemp was cultivated for rope, clothing, and even early forms of paper. The legendary Emperor Shennong was said to have listed cannabis as a medicinal herb as far back as 2700 BCE. In ancient India, cannabis held deep spiritual significance. Known as bhang, it was consumed during religious festivals. It was associated with Shiva, the god of meditation and transformation. It was believed to quiet the mind and expand consciousness. The Greek historian Herodotus described Scythian tribes inhaling cannabis vapors inside enclosed tents as part of ritual purification ceremonies. Across Africa, the Middle East, and later the Americas, cannabis became integrated into cultural and spiritual practices. For most of human history, cannabis was not controversial. It was medicine, it was fiber, it was ritual, it was part of daily life. One of the most well-known spiritual traditions connected to cannabis is the Rastafari movement, which began in Jamaica in the 1930s. For many Rastafari practitioners, cannabis, often referred to as ganja, is considered a sacred herb. It is not used merely for recreation, but as a spiritual tool to enhance meditation, prayer, and communal reasoning sessions. Rastafari places strong reverence on Haile Selassie, whom many followers regard as a divine figure and the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. Within Rastafari tradition, ganja is believed to cleanse the body and mind and open spiritual awareness. It is said to bring believers closer to Jah and encourage unity and peaceful reasoning. Cannabis use in this context is often ceremonial, accompanied by scripture reading, drumming, and deep discussion. It symbolizes liberation, both spiritual and political, especially in response to oppression and colonial systems. For Rastafari followers, cannabis is not just a plant, it is a sacrament. In modern times, cannabis is widely discussed for both medicinal and recreational purposes. Many people report relaxation and stress relief. THC interacts with the body's endocannabinoid system, often producing feelings of calm or euphoria. Medical cannabis is used in some countries for chronic pain, inflammation, epilepsy, and nausea related to chemotherapy. Some strains are associated with improved sleep quality, while others are reported to enhance focus or creativity. However, experiences vary greatly depending on dosage, environment, and individual biology. What feels calming to one may feel overwhelming to another. There are multiple ways cannabis can be taken. Smoking is the traditional method, entering the bloodstream quickly through the lungs. Vaping heats cannabis without combustion, while edibles like baked goods take longer to act, often 30 to 90 minutes. Oils and tinctures are placed under the tongue for faster absorption. Another method is cannabis tea. Because THC is fat-soluble, it needs to be heated, a process called decarboxylation, and combined with a fat source before steeping. In the 20th century, cannabis became criminalized globally. The perception shifted from sacred plant to dangerous substance. Today, laws differ widely. Some have legalized medical and recreational use, while others maintain strict prohibitions. In the UK, cannabis remains illegal for recreational use, though limited medical prescriptions are available under specific conditions. Across cultures, from ancient China and India to Jamaica, cannabis has been seen as more than a drug. It is a tool for healing and reflection. Like many powerful forces in nature, it can be constructive or harmful depending on intention, moderation, and awareness. Perhaps the deeper conversation isn't simply about legality. It's about how humanity relates to nature's power and how we use it. Cannabis has traveled with humanity for thousands of years, from sacred rituals to modern science, from ancient emperors to modern movements. Whether seen as medicine, sacrament, relaxation, or controversy, it remains a plant deeply intertwined with the human story. Thank you for joining us today on another episode of Ainlight 44 Explained. We hope you leave inspired and uplifted. Carry peace, love, light, and blessings with you wherever you go, and we'll see you next time.